I like the smile. Hey everyone, Dave from Corso here with our Ignition Explained special guest star,
Alex from Corso.
Drinking our coffee. In a yet again not sponsored but could be sponsored if you want to pay us for it video on a series that we're calling Ignition Explained. And we're talking about EAM module, and that is Enterprise Administration Module. I wonder why they put the M in there. Why don't they just call it the EA module? Okay. Enterprise Administration Module, EAM. So it's part of like the core inductive automation ignition modules. It's kind of new. It's like a 7-something release.
I think it was 7.8.
Yeah, so it's pretty new. We use it for at least a couple of our clients, and we think it's maybe one of the coolest modules that people may not necessarily know what it is and don't use it. And I'm going to take a stab at it, and Alex will tell me I'm wrong. So I think of the EAM as a way to best tie together all of your other licenses. So you've got your main license and your main gateway, and you might have a whole bunch of edge licenses. You may have a bunch of single client licenses. You may have a bunch of different locations that all have their own gateways, and the EAM allows us to easily tie all those together.
Yep. That's basically what it is. It also allows you to manage from your, so you don't have a master gateway, which would be typically a full unlimited license gateway.
Yeah.
And then you'll have agent gateways, which would be typically your edge license single client, or you may have secondary tier unlimited gateways if you have like a centralized ignition gateway and then multiple facilities that are each running their own gateways. And it allows you from the master gateway to manage the other gateways, the agents. So you can deal with licensing, so you can apply licenses to those gateways. You can automate and manage backups at the remote gateways. You can synchronize projects. So at one of our customers, we have a master gateway that they run their production on, and then they have different single client and edge panel licenses at the different pieces of equipment as failover.
Yes.
And when we make changes to the master gateway, we push those changes out via EAM to the local clients, so they're up to date with everything.
And I mean, I feel like that in and of itself is worth having the EAM, so you don't have to go to each of the agents.
And you can manage and like see the health and status and all of that of your agent gateways. And if you need to deploy new modules to the gateways, you don't have to go to each gateway and update or install the modules on the gateway webpage. You can do that all through the EAM management page, and it'll show you if things are connected or not connected.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I mean, it's kind of a set it up and forget it kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And it, in our experience, works really well, so you don't have to deal with it a lot. But it's, I mean, it's not like a sexy module.
No, I think it's...
A lot of people, like operators, will never even know it exists.
I think it's the first module that we've talked about that it may be, if you have multiple gateways or multiple agents, you want this, it'll make your life easier, and probably it's a super underutilized module, because, I mean, besides us and a couple of people at ICC, I'm not sure I necessarily know anyone who's talked about it, but I feel like as we continue to deploy more edge licensing, because the edge licensing, which you can see in the next video, that has EAM kind of baked into it, and so it makes it that much easier to use EAM with edge licensing, with single client licensing, with everything else. And if we were proposing a solution that had more than one gateway or any number of edge panel licenses, I'm not sure I would propose it without the EAM, just for ease of use and how much quicker we'll be able to make those connections.
But if you have multiple gateways or single client or edge panel licensing, communicating with a master gateway.
Got vision, we've got SQL Bridge, we've got Tag Historian, we've got reporting, we've got alarming and everything that alarming encompasses, we've got mobile/perspective, and we have EAM.
Yep.
So
And I think that covers all the core modules.
that covers all the core modules. I'm sure you guys didn't think that we would get there. I'm not sure we thought we would get there, but we've gotten there. We're going to do one more and talk about edge licensing, and you guys can see that probably shortly after we launch this video. And then we're going to get into some other stuff, like there's some Sepasoft that we're hopefully going to get John in here to talk about because he is a Sepasoft expert. There's some Cirrus Link stuff that we'll probably talk about. And you guys have probably seen our perspective betas, that videos that we've talked about, and maybe some stuff that we've built on that.
No, get them as a guest star.
Oh yeah, like we would definitely be happy to talk about other people's modules. Well, I've run out of coffee, and so we need to finish this video.
Okay, EAM is awesome. You should use it.
Dave and Alex from Corso, Ignition Explained. This kind of finishes our basic series. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. If we were good enough, we'd put a like button up there and Alex would come running in and smash it. But we're not that good. Yeah, talk to you guys soon. I wonder at what point...
There was a point where Alex was Corso. I'm gonna look and make sure we didn't miss anything.
Oh my god, now we have the ending.